Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yessik here again today to bring you another episode of Let's Play Castle Story. Now, you might notice from last episode my setup has changed entirely. And that is because since then I have learned a couple things. A, in the prototype you can only build bridges upwards, and B, the save files are all really fucked up. So, today we're going to try to build a bridge from Island A right here to Island B over here. And when we get to the island, I think I'm going to clear some trees out and actually build a castle, or at least try to. But it might take me a while to get this bridge done, so let's get started right away. So you can see I have 2 construction guys, 3 miners right now. I have a small stockpile of wood and lots of rock. And I'm also going to check out a rumor while I'm doing this. I've heard that if you blow up these blue crystals and then build barrels, your miners will take the blue crystals and then fill barrels with them, and it will create bricktrons for you. As you can see, these barrels here are already full, so I could explode them if I wanted to. But I, at the moment, do not really want to because it would screw up my stockpiles and all my pathing, so I'm not going to be doing that. So I'm going to rotate this around and build a bridge upwards, starting about here-ish. So to do this, I just select my construction guys. I'm going to build this bridge too wide. So as you can see, it's already pointing in the right direction. And I will start with this. Few stairs. So as far as I know, this is the only way in the current setup to properly build bridges. And the way that I'm trying to tell you to do this, and failing because I'm bad at talking, is basically to use the arches. And the arch is right here. And for some reason it's the only thing you can build outwards on this. So if you continue to build arches and then build stairs on top of the arches, everything should be all hunky-dory, for a word I do not use very often. Who doesn't like hunky-dory, though? Sounds like an awesome word. Okay. Placing bricks. Harder than it seems. So you always want to kind of make sure you're scrolled up to the right level here, because that makes placing the bricks much easier. And if you... Oops. If you'd like to, after you zoom up to the right level, you can use the spacebar to zoom into where where your marker is currently pointing. I'm so bad today, I'm stuttering everywhere. Okay, so 2 more of these, some stairs. And they're building them in the proper order this time. Last time I tried this, which was an abject failure by the way, and I tried to record it too, I ended up having everyone stuck on the stairs constantly, and they were building these in like the weirdest order that made no sense. Like, in terms of physics, this already doesn't make much sense, but it made even less sense. It was just awful. And then I found out that I had a huge reverb on my voice for that entire episode, so I just deleted the whole thing. Normally I don't delete my failures, I just leave them on for people to laugh at if they feel like it. But this time I decided to. So you can see this bridge is going fairly well. I'm going to reach up to land in no time. If worse comes to worse, though, you can't join the bridge to the other side. I'll either have to mine upwards, or I'll have to actually spawn bricktrons on the other side and start building a bridge in the other direction, which is the only way to link bridges so far in this game. I'm sure they'll make this more accessible over time, but you have to forgive them. They're not even in alpha yet. This is like the early prototype version of the game. I'm not sure why it keeps flipping my stairs on me. I wish it would just stay the same direction all the time. And let's see. Oh, wrong. Shift click. Yes. Okay. So that's an interesting little thing that it's useful to learn. If you shift click a block, it will actually remove it. And that's how you remove all blocks in this game, including destroying blocks. So if I were to go down here, and I don't want this block here anymore, shift click it, somebody will go and demolish that for me now. So there should be other ways to build bridges, but right now the game's so glitched out and buggy, this is the only one that is currently working. I'm fairly certain the only one anyways. See, I can't actually place this... Oh, I can place this one. But I can't place the... What? Okay. I guess I'm wrong. Now this is in case I want to build faster in the other direction, I guess. I'm wrong. I lied. My bad, guys. So, a couple stairs there. And let's see. How much higher up do I want to go? Oh, that's hard. Okay, so 1, 2. I can't build here until this breaks down, apparently. There we go. So you can use these two different types of bricks, the arch and the flat brick, to adjust your total height, how far you're building upwards. If you need to build further outwards, you can use the bricks, and as you can see, it's a slightly longer path. If you need to build further outwards, or further upwards, you can use the arch. I hope that made sense, because it didn't make any sense to me. Or it's just the same no matter what, you know? Either one. I'm getting pretty level here. I really like to be able to build straight across at this point. That would be nice. Now, if you really wanted to, you could have counted out the total amount of blocks it would have taken to get here, but I am way too lazy to do that, so that was never going to happen. It was never a possibility, even. Now, what is this lined up with? Let's try to look around here. So, it's still possible that I might make it. Let's see. So it's right-click to shift your blocks. I think I told you guys that last episode, but it's nice to be reminded every once in a while. You know, 2 more blocks, huh? And it's not quite... Oh, it could make it! If I can build stairs down the other direction... We'll see. We will see. It's 1 block away. Okay, possibly if I build arches here now, and then stairs downwards from them. It could work. It could work. It's working. It's working. Well, no, I don't know that yet, but... Ha! Look at that! Perfect bridge. I think. Depends if it'll let me put stairs on that next tier there. And yes, it does. And that's how you bridge the gapped islands. You know, can they get off those? Or do I actually need to build like a... You know what, I'm actually going to cancel those and make sure that the bridge is correct. So, take care of both of these. Instead, build too low. Must get higher. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I see. That'll do the trick. And 1, and... Oh, come on. Let me place my last brick. Let me make this symmetrical, please. That's wrong. That's entirely wrong. All I want is this bridge to be symmetrical and pretty. Want it to be a pretty bridge. Oh, the problem is it's actually already finished. Well, that works too, I guess. 1 more stair, and then we can have our bricktrons cross up to the next island. Now, another trick I learned, because this game gets really laggy after a little while, is you can actually, sorry, being an annoying Let's Player here. You can actually I completely forgot what I was going to say now. Well, too bad for you guys, you never get to hear my startling revelation. So I'm going to make sure I deselect the stairs, select both my builders now, and I'm actually going to use them to chop wood. Hopefully none of them have a brick on their back, because that can really screw everything up for you. Oh yes, if you press... the game gets really bogged down with all the clutter. Like, see if I cut down this tree now. It will turn into 3 logs, which will just stay there because I don't have anyone who is actually a miner. Or a logger. And I don't want those there because they're cluttering up the game, making it run slowly. It's just extra stuff on the ground. And this game is not well optimized currently. But if I just hit delete, all of it disappears, speeds up my game, speeds up my overall progress. Everyone's happy. Now it's most efficient if you can get both the people to cut down different trees, so I'm going to start doing that now. The reason I'm cutting trees down manually is I actually find it much faster than using the logging tool, because they'll try to gather all the trees and it's just easier to just cut them down one by one, and I'm just clearing a space for a castle. I'm not trying to get anything major done here. Now likely this will be the most simplest castle of my life. Most simplestest. I have my 2 builders here. Unfortunately they have to go all the way up and down the stairs to get their resources. So I'm actually going to get it started by... no, I'll just let them go all the way up and down the stairs to get their resources. I have 5 people. I can probably actually spare one of my miners. One who does not currently have something in his hands, hopefully. They all have stuff in their hands. So I'll do that later. I was going to transfer one of them over to working, but that can wait. So let's start by building a single spire. How about that? So I want this spire to be... ooh. 3 blocks by 3 blocks. 3 blocks. There we go. By 3 blocks by 3 blocks. So really 4 blocks. I don't know. I want it to be this square. Give me a break. And I guess I should really have an entrance to this, so let's erase both of those there. Now building a spire is more complicated than it might initially seem, because you have to sort of construct the stairs as you go, which makes it considerably harder. So this is going to be the start of my castle, and this is just one corner of it. I'll also have to use these individual pieces occasionally. Unless I wanted... let's see, will that work? Oh yes it will, look at that. There we go, and I'll use a couple small blocks to fill in the little gaps. There we go. Nice symmetric entrance in the middle now. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to properly do the stairs in a space this small, but I'm sure as hell going to try. Now it would be really nice if I had an extra builder, but I currently don't, so I'm not gonna whine about that too much. And I'm pretty sure I still need all my miners. So my first objective in this is to build a competent castle. Like, I don't want it to be anything too huge and grand and spectacular, but something competent. So I'm pretty sure one side tower is a good place to start, because it'll give me a general feel for how the building works, and I haven't really gotten that yet, to be honest. So now that I've built up to there, which is tall enough for a bricktron, I can build an arch as an entranceway, just by using those 2 pieces right there, and I think they should still be able to get in perfectly well. And then that makes all my construction easier, because you can just start staggering the bricks and building all the way around. And it's always best to have staggered bricks in this, because staggering bricks adds structural integrity to your building. And it looks a lot cooler when it's finally done. So they clearly will not be able to reach all of these bricks, and you'll see when you get there, it's you actually need to build stairs up to what you're building. So it's a pretty cool system. I really like the blueprint boxes. I think it's a really awesome way to build, intuitive way to, you know, not just be going one brick at a time. Like, here's my blueprint. I can see how it's going to turn out. I can see how this is going to work. Sorry if my voice seems a bit hoarse today. I've actually had a rough couple of days, and I've kind of not shouted myself hoarse, but I've had to talk loudly, not in an angry way, just in a I'm moving stuff way. Please listen to what I'm saying. So, I'm pretty sure if I put this 3 more bricks high, it should be a decent height for a tower. And then, you know, if I really need to, I can build the stairs on the outside and I can demolish them on the way out. So, let's build this 2 or 3 more levels higher. Then maybe get some of the mining bricktrons to come help out with it. Those lazy assholes. Never doing any of the work. And by that I mean always doing almost all the work. They're the only ones that don't bug out constantly. So after this I'll do kind of like an overview of what we've accomplished today. Is anyone actually playing along with this, or is everyone watching because they don't have the prototype? Actually, now that I think of it, I'm fairly certain there are some people playing along, because I'm fairly certain there were comments. One comment that I absolutely loved. I named the syndrome of bricktrons just standing around doing nothing, because sometimes they glitch out and they just do nothing. Lazy bricktron syndrome. One comment was like, I have all the lazy bricktrons. I'm like, hey, go over here and build this shit. And they're like, nah, fuck that, man. Nah. I couldn't stop giggling at that comment for like the next 4 hours. Yep. This is actually like my 4th attempt to make this episode. All the other times were ended by lazy bricktron syndrome early. Like, super, super early. Now, I'm not even ever going to put this in time-lapse. I kind of like the idea of just having these really long, relaxing episodes where I just talk to you guys and watch the bricktrons at work and build some stuff. Let's kind of build the outside of our castle too while we're at it. So let's build it up like no. Oh, what's that? Why is that brick yellow? Oh well. No, I don't like this at all. Okay. You guys go away. So apparently I have to level out the ground here a bit. So I have to use the individual brick, or I probably don't have to, but this is the easiest way I know how. I'm thinking it might be about time that I took some of my guys off of mining and got them to help with the actual building. So I might do that fairly shortly. I'm not sure why I'm still using individual bricks. Let's erase all this. There we go. The double bricks are much easier to measure, because you know, you always have 2, you know how to stagger them, you know how everything works. And you know that it's going to line up with this tower over here. So the entrance should probably be right here, all things considered. So I'm going to shift-click there, put the next couple bricks like right here lined up. So this is going to be my very rectangular castle with 2 really tall towers and almost nothing else. Anyone unhappy with that? Because if you are, too bad. And okay, so I'm going to go do a checkup on my mining guys, because I think they may have actually run out of stuff to mine. And it would be actually kind of nice if I could get them up here to kind of mine closer. No, they're still mining there. But I'm going to follow this guy and I'm going to put him on construction. Actually, you know what? I'm going to spawn more bricktrons. Now, I know last time this didn't turn out well. I ended up with way too many bricktrons that I couldn't assign them into groups, and half of them were being lazy bricktrons. But I think this time I don't know what the difference is, but this time something good's gonna happen. I have 3 inactive bricktrons? Where are these guys? Bricktrons? Oh, whoa! The barrels turned into bricktrons! Okay, so that's how you spawn bricktrons. You just put barrels next to these guys and they eventually turn into bricktrons. That is so cool! I really appreciate that. Okay, so get out of debug mode. I've actually turned the day-night cycle off because I find it insanely annoying. So, get out of debug mode. Take these 3, actually take these 2 and assign them to the mining group. And take this one and assign him to the building group. To the building group? To the building group? There we go. So all of those guys are going to get to work. I'm going to zoom up through the ground and I'm going to try to figure out exactly how I've just adjusted my camera. So he's in the building group, he's going to pick up a brick and head up the long stairs. The reason I made the stairs too wide is because I was having pathing issues before when they were only 1 wide. Now I may actually erase this here, delete that, and make it 1 more brick wide. So let's get started on the construction of that. They'll stop building when they have to, when they don't have anything to build anymore. So I'm not too concerned about them. So I'm just gonna build up my 3rd staircase right away. So how did I do this? Got to go to building. Start with a stair. Okay, I remember how I did this. Stair brick, stair brick. I stare at bricks all the time. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay, the annoying part is rotating everything. After you get used to it, it becomes not so bad. Because everything is always in the wrong direction, especially when I'm building a staircase in this direction. Building up a staircase, a staircase, a staircase. Building up a staircase. Don't you all love it when Let's Players sing? Least annoying thing on earth, right? Right? That's singing something I actually do a lot. It isn't that annoying, right? Anyways, building up the 3rd staircase just to stop congestion. As most city planners, you have to build to plan for all your bricktrons to be able to move. You know, it's kind of awesome that in these early alphas, when pathing's not so great, you kind of do have to be a city planner. You have to make sure that none of your bricktrons are going to be running into each other, and if they do, that they are going to have an easy time dealing with it. So I think they try to build everything in the order that you tell them to. So this staircase might be very long neglected. Nigled, as I like to say sometimes, but I don't. So the only reason this stair turned out so successfully is because I was lucky. I could have very well been unlucky and just completely botched it. But fortunately I wasn't. Apparently I didn't even need to do this last little bit, but you know, make it pretty. Make it pretty. There's no point in not making it pretty. And there we go. So you can see they've given up on the tower because they can't reach any more of it. So I'll just zoom up on that. It's impossible for them to build any. So now what I want to be doing is I want to be building some stairs inside the tower. I'll start like that. Then build this. Some stairs on top of there. Oh god. Okay. There. Stairs. Oh god. So hard to build inside an already blueprinted building. But you guys can see what I'm doing, right? Just building up. Making sure everything fits properly. Also doing the staggered blocks because why not? So now they should be set for quite a while on building these stairs, because I have quite a height already built up. And I have the feeling it would have been much easier if I had done this differently, but you know, sometimes things go wrong. And okay, let's try to see inside of here so I can make sure I've built this correctly. I'd really like to make the stairs all the way to the top, if for no other reason than that that way. Okay, let's try to shift our view. Jesus, help me. Okay. Shift our view so I can get some blocks in there. Okay, so I think I need an individual square in there because I need to level the ground. Then I can build block, 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 block. Oh! Okay. Where? Ah! Okay. So just because of their basic level intelligence, they should be able to build this with no problems at all. And you know what? Just to simplify things a tiny bit, yeah, I'm just gonna wait and see what happens here. Well, they've almost built their entire castle wall, and our miner's still mining. I just have to keep hoping that I didn't let them mine to the bottom of the earth. I appear to have a new inactive bricktron. Do the barrels just infinitely fill, or do they disappear when they make a bricktron? No, they do not disappear, because I only built 2 barrels here. So here's Peter, I guess. And I'm going to actually add him to the construction team. So let's drag him over there. The next one I get I will add to the mining team, so I'm just going to keep track of this inactive bricktron symbol. So these are probably all now full explosive barrels. So I'm not sure what to do with those. Maybe I'll make a catapult and shoot them at my castle when I'm done. To the dismay of everyone who is so invested in this castle. Not sure, it looks like it could be good. It could work out. I could be very happy with this. We will see. Unfortunately, we'll only have 2 turrets because instead of a square, I had to make kind of a rectangular castle. And the entrance is kind of meh. If I could, I'd make a stairway up into it. Maybe I'll make this the entrance here and make a huge stairway up. That may work. I'd have to calculate how far up I would need to go and how far it takes me to get up 1 step. I think it's 1 step per brick. So let's see. Let's see. I would need to go up 1, 2, 3, 4... up 4, I think. 4 stairs, so I need to cut these trees. That's what I'd need to do. Oh, and I have an extra bricktron. So I'm going to assign this guy to be a miner right away. I don't even care who he is or what his name is. At this moment I don't need wood very much. So, just going to build my tower. And you know what? I'm going to leave actually designing this castle and making it a bigger thing for next episode, because this one has gone for 30 minutes. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.